Hello, this is Davide Biocchi speaking, and this is my weekly intermarket analysis. Let's start with the euro dollar and let's have a look at what happened here. So the euro dollar went through the level of 1.09 and it's right now at 1.10. So the price is really, let's say, arrived to the next resistance that is very strong and very powerful around here. So let's see if the market will remain here or will continue growing. And this is for what concerning the euro dollar. Let's switch to the gold. So this is a gold and the gold, the crude oil. This is a crude oil and the crude oil is right now below the support that is in area 72.5, more or less around here. So there's a price below, there's also another spike here. So potentially we are still in the environment of a support, but the next level will be 60, the area around 68, 67 here. So let's see if the market will continue remaining here or if we'll move in a different way. This is for what concerning the crude oil, and this is the gold. After, let's say, a very important week where we have seen a new all-time high above the price of 2,500. Today, the market is coming back, and we are very close to the first support that is around 2,360. So, more or less, below here we have 2,300, and then 2,280 as a main support, and up above there we have the area of 2,400 to 2,500, that is more or less the next relevant resistance. Let's switch to the stock indices. Before that, let's go to see what is the price of Treasury long term. So we have seen the breakout of a line here, and then the first target reach that is in area 96. More or less the price is already reached here. The next step will be 98.5, but the market have to confirm that the price will be able to close above the level there. So this is again relevant, and the impact, let's say, the lesson that the market is teaching us right now is out from stocks into bonds. Okay, this is generally what the market is telling us, and this is the story. If we look at what is happening to the T-note, that is really important. Look at how the market went up, how the market entered the bonds. So it's really interesting. People, big investors, money managers, they are entering the bond world and they are leaving the stocks in general. This is what happened. Let's have a look at what is happening in Europe. So look at the S&P 500, at the Euro Stock 50 was above 5,000 and right now is at 4,500. So it lost in only a few days 600 points, and in a very few days 500 points. So really incredible the movement here, and also incredible is the movement that took place on the DAX that is very close of a level of 17,000 that more or less represent the next support. And discussing on support, this is really important what is happening here on the S&P 500 that has a strong support around the area of 5,000, and the next one is really far, so 4,800. The market is coming down, and let's say the most sold stocks are the tech stocks, and that's why we can have a look at the Nasdaq that is really doing bad. So the Nasdaq is really very close to the level of 17,000. That means more or less 4,000 points from the top up there. That was very close to the level of 21,000. So more or less, let's say the market is already back 3,500 points, but the level here that can work as a support is another 500 points below. So let's see what is going to happen here. Really very important. Let's have a look also at some very important stocks. The first one is the one that was able, let's say, to in a certain way maintain the price. That was Apple. Apple tested again the price of 196. that was the previous resistance, now support, and then reacted, and right now it is above a level of 200. Then other relevant stocks like Nvidia, let's say, that they did very bad, and let's say today they tested the level of $90 per share. So another quite relevant and important price. Again, stocks of Amazon did very bad recently too, and right now they are below the level of 160, and more or less it will be important to see where they will close, let's say, the session today. Then let's have a look at Meta. Again, Meta, let's say we are below here, so the price is 465, and more or less we are in the low, let's say, close to the support area that we have here. Let's have a look again also at Google, just to say that stocks of Google went very bad recently too, and right now we are around 160. After the earnings, the market did not so good, and so we have the price here that is, let's say, something that seems that we left an island above, and the island is a very strong technical figure in technical analysis. Let's see what is going to happen. Which stocks are bought right now? Well, some of them are really, let's say, interesting. The first one is Coca-Cola. It's really interesting to see that we are going for a new high here. Then there is also another stock that we already did know very well, that is ABBV. Okay, this is doing so good too. And then, for example, tobacco stocks like British Tobacco. So this is really doing good recently, really well. Then we have, for example, Altria, that is again doing really good, well here, okay. And then we have Philip Morris that did so well too here, and the market is really, let's say, doing so good. So in a certain way, it's really complicated right now to say any kind of words on stocks. I mean, stock indices are doing so bad. Potentially, we already arrived on level that we can have a rebound from. So some recovery could come, but before saying that, we need to see where the market will close, which kind of figure will come out from this, let's say, very crazy days where the volatility went so high. Let's say there was a very strong volatility coming very fast into the market, and this is really interesting. So this is the idea that I have. Be careful, because we already shared that something was changing in the market. We already discussed that potentially some different situation can come, but right now we are in this situation. This situation is reality, and we have, let's say, to protect ourselves. So be careful, because we don't know when these big players of the market will end their procedure to, let's say, adjust the value at risk, okay, and to provide a de-risking situation. So we were, let's say, risk on. We will be at the end probably more risk off. In the meanwhile, this de-risking process is what we are looking at right now. So really be careful. This is all from Italy. Ciao ciao from Davide. Bye bye. See you soon.